What's up, guys? That Really Gross Guy here. We are back, and we are going to be doing something a little different today. You can see in the video we got a little nostalgic Squirtle eraser that I've never used and won't be using ever. Anyways, so I'm actually going to be doing some sketching, drawing some stuff. So I'm taking an online sketching course, a beginner to advanced drawing, and I don't. It's a hobby that I was always, or a talent that I was always kind of jealous of. There were some people that were just really good, really talented. And when I was in school, actually, I was told that I kind of had the eye for drawing. I was always able to kind of like see a thing and be able to kind of just like copy it down. But when it came to like coming up with something in my head and being able to put it on paper, was always kind of a struggle, and I kind of wanted to pursue this. There's a lot of artists that I've been kind of following that have kind of, caused that inspiration to come out of me a little bit, and one of which is Distance of Shadows, who I've seen some of her artwork, which is absolutely fantastic. I've been seeing Kevin Glint and some others on Twitter that work through Digital Extremes or do, Warframe concept art and all that stuff, and watching their concept arts, and it's really inspiring. But anyways, we're going to throw some nostalgia in here. You saw the little Pikachu, which is the stapler, and actually some Pogs. You see these are that's an old school Pog critter in here. I think it's pretty interesting. But when I need to take a little bit of a break, we'll do a little bit of a thing. And these are some old school Pogs. These are just some sketches on white Pogs that came out, and some of the stuff got me kind of curious about Pogs and the artwork on Pogs and stuff like that. So I ended up getting out my box of Pogs, and maybe in each video we'll pull out some Pogs and kind of take a look at a few things, and maybe talk about some stuff, maybe reminisce of some nostalgic moments. But anyways, yeah, so I just kind of did a little bit of darkening up some lines and doing some little bit of stuff there to kind of continue on. And then I pull out some more Pogs with some interesting artwork on them. Now, these, I guess by a company called Jots, I don't know, they did their own Pogs, and I wonder if some of these Pogs were created by independent artists. It's kind of interesting where some of these Pogs came from, where some of the designs came from. Obviously, there were some back in the day that were basically advertisements. You saw movies putting their stuff on there, Goosebumps, freaking sports, and all sorts of Disney, all sorts of stuff on these Pogs, which was kind of interesting. But you can see here a lot of the different artwork and cool stuff going on here, and some of which don't really have any information on the art itself or anything, or where it really came from. But anyways, in these videos, I'll throw some stuff out there, give us a little bit of stuff to talk about, and, in the comments and Discord and all that good stuff, and do in the future. Sharpen my pencil here and there to get some of those darker lines and the accuracy. And then I like to, just because I've seen people do it, is kind of darken up some of the paper and stuff with the shavings and all. Anyways, kind of cool. But anyways, getting in some darker lines here, getting a little bit more detail in. Darkening some stuff up, of course, because you always start lighter and then get a little bit darker as you kind of fine-tune all your stuff and get the detail in there. So, yeah, it's coming along pretty good. At this point, I was like, I don't know how this is going to come out. But as things got a little bit further and further, I was surprised at how well I ended up doing in this. Of course, I'm listening to someone who is also drawing at the same time, kind of seeing what he's doing, and I'm also just like, like I said, I can usually see what someone's doing and copy it down fairly well, and sure enough, we're getting into it. But once we got to the point where we were making the eyebrows and the eyelashes is where I felt like I struggled the most. There were little techniques in there to kind of like flick with your pencil to kind of get like those eyelashes to look just right, and I felt like I did a terrible job doing those. Like I said, I think it came out better than I thought it was going to after you kind of go through and tweak it and I almost kind of tried to hide the terrible eyelashes a little bit with some of my shading, which, I'm a new, I'm new to this. I haven't sketched since, like I said, like middle school. So I think I did fairly well. But anyways, I did actually write in so bad and put an arrow in there for the eyelashes to remind myself, but I did erase it because you don't want to be negative. You know what I mean? Kind of want to just, like I said, I'm a beginner kind of doing this. But getting on, finishing darkening some stuff up and all that good stuff. Um, but yeah, I'm a big fan of number one, independent artists, people who do this kind of stuff and try to make their hobby their living. Hence the whole YouTube thing and lots of other content creation that I support. But anyways, we have final product here. I think it came out pretty good. Like I said, first time I've drawn anything remotely serious in forever. But my final Pog is a Wing Gundam Zero Pog. I didn't even realize Wing Gundam, Gundam was a thing when Pogs existed. But then again, I watched Gundam as a kid, and Pogs were more my older brother's thing. But anyways, I guess it makes sense. And there's a slammer. So I'm going to try and include a slammer in each one of these videos as long as we keep doing this Pog thing and art thing. But anyways, that is my final sketch. I hope you guys enjoyed that little video. Let me know, number one, if you want to see some more. Should I slow things down a little bit for you guys? Should I speed things up? It's really hard to speed things up. I kind of tried, and this commentary over the top of it is tough, especially in a short time frame. But anyways, Pog thing of good ideas or any other nostalgic stuff you can think of. Like I said, Pogs, just all sorts of Pogs and all sorts of different things we could talk about just by kind of showing a little bit of artwork and stuff. And then there's other stuff we could take a look at. Like I said, all that stuff will happen on my breaks. Give my hand a rest, or I just need to, pause the video to kind of catch up and darken some things or whatever. But anyways, that is going to be it for me, guys. If you want to jump on my Discord, I do now have a community art section. So if you guys do your own sketches and art, I would love to see your stuff there. Support each other in that way. But with that said, also I just want to say thank you to my patrons, because doing stuff like this abstract stuff and this experimental stuff, like videos, some experimental videos, that helps me do these types of things. So yeah, thank you to my patrons. And if you guys do want to support me any further, like I said, there is Patreon. You could support me just by liking, sharing, subscribing, all that good stuff, staying a part of the channel. Comments and stuff are great. Feedback is great. And if you want to hang out and talk, Discord is in the description as well. So I just want to say thank you very much, guys, for the support, and I hope to see you guys again in the next video. Inktober Day 1 over. Blow!